Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is a video about making tech useful, iPad and meditation. So this video is divided into two parts. Part 1 is going to be talking about meditation generally, and part 2 will talk about the use of iPad when meditating and using iPad as a product, making it more useful for the practice of meditation. Now, the genesis of making the video is to kind of address the general sense of anxiety that we all are currently facing, and including the anxiety related to tech products and using them. So let's jump quickly into a discussion around meditation itself first, before we address how tech induces anxiety and perhaps finding meditation as a tool to help with general anxiety and tech-induced anxiety as well. Now, this is a topic that really has been spoken to death. You can read a bunch of articles online, science-related research as well. But quickly to run through the benefits of meditation, it helps you center the mind, helps you be more mindful. Now again, mindfulness and trying to center the mind are related concepts. Mindfulness is really the idea of staying in the moment, not worrying about the future, not ruminating too much. And it is a central goal in many meditative practices to be more present in the moment. Stress management, again, is another benefit of meditation, which is particularly relevant in our current scenario in COVID. A lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people are scared about losing it, and general health-related, society-related issues and anxieties are cropping up anyway, and have been there forever. And finally, lasting happiness, to just generally mold your thought process, to bring about a change in how you think, your attitude, to be more present, be more happy, as opposed to chasing happiness outside of you. And technology and tech products are a perfect example of how some people look to happiness outside of them. So I'm hoping that this is a video that kind of sort of touches upon the topic of looking outside for validation and happiness, and how tech really isn't going to make you any more happier. And perhaps the core idea that we should be looking at is making the tech we already own more useful, and make more valuable choices in terms of new tech we buy with our hard-earned cash, if I might add. So to recap, the various, benefits of meditation, it can help you center the mind, stay more mindful, manage stress, and perhaps aim at getting long-lasting happiness. And to kind of come back to the idea of technology and how it's both an enabler of stress and probably helps alleviate stress, again, to the point of how we should be in control of our minds and how we perceive the world. My own personal view of taking notes or watching content is to be a content receiver as opposed to being a content consumer. A content consumer does it to kill time, to be entertained, and it's more a passive activity. You switch the video on, switch the TV on, and just watch, let things happen. Whereas being an active consumer of content receiver is where you take notes for when you watch a video about things you don't know about. You actively participate and make notes and do all kinds of stuff to bring more value to the content you're consuming. So if I've convinced you in any way of the argument I've made about technology being of a nature that's interfering to our lives at this point, adding to the anxiety, you might wonder, what are people doing? Well, one look at the App Store on apps related to meditation will give you the idea that there's a deluge of apps. Now, my bad handwriting, if you can read it, I've drawn a graph that's got time on the x-axis, app downloads on the y-axis, and you can see over time the topic of meditation searches and the number of apps is ginormous. It's immense. It shows a lot of things. It shows a few things. The idea that people are interested, people want to improve their lives and use technology to improve it. So this pie chart, which I kind of made on the fly, should give you a sense that there's a bunch of people who see meditation as a quick hack, just as if you're popping a pill, makes you feel good, improves your life, and you're on your way. it is as if it is not a part of your life. It's not an essential part of your life. And then there are those who just don't know what to do. They might be vaguely interested in the idea of meditation to bring about change in their lives, but they don't know what to do, and that's fair. And then there are the confident ones who really don't care. They're happy with the processes that their lives are taking, and that's completely fine. They've found happiness in their lives. And then finally, there are those that are really making serious efforts trying to learn more about it. So, if you happen to be in either of those categories and really want to learn how to get about meditating, make at least some effort towards it and see what changes it brings about in your attitude, here's how you can do it. You can set a timer on your iPad or phones, anywhere for that matter. Set a timer, sit comfortably, and choose a piece of music, chanting, or an image to focus your mind on. The core idea is this: the mind is not meant to be empty of thoughts, to be void of thoughts. The mind's job is to have thoughts, and all you're really doing is saying to the mind that for the 5 minutes I intend to meditate, be my friend. Don't go wandering. Every time you wander, I am going to bring you down to my object of meditation. That's it. 5 minutes, 10 minutes of a day, this is what I'm going to do. That's all. So in conclusion, I do think that we should take this time during COVID-19 to reflect on the choices we make in terms of buying tech. Tech has been extremely useful to our lives over the last 500, 600 years, and even before that. But somewhere along the way, we need to address the point of the fact that we invented tech to make our lives easier, and not the other way around, to increase anxiety to our lives and add stress. So if used correctly, I do think there's immense value to be had in tech. I hope you found this quick video of how to meditate useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope to make a certain amount of content that kind of sort of addresses this point, right? Being an active tech enthusiast and being a consumer, but being an active one instead of a passive one, and just sort of let ourselves get persuaded by all kinds of content we see, hawking us products, selling us product, use our heads and do things and buy things that make our lives useful. It may not be for everybody, but rather than getting swayed by all kinds of opinion, form an opinion that brings value and use meditation to make our lives a little bit more meaningful, more reflective. Thank you.